Is it work? Is it working? Okay, okay. Oh my god, oh my god. I thought the mic wasn't working now. I thought it was the mic's turn to stop working. Oh my god. I was about to. I was. I was gonna. I was gonna. I was gonna. Fall in love. That's what I was gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. I had. I had everything all set. I had everything all set before stream. Model is working. Everything. I was right about to write my tweets to stream, and then I go and hit start stream. I hit start stream, and it gives me this error saying that like, oh, check your drivers. Check that you have your drivers updated, and my drivers were, as far as I knew, all updated. So then I had to change the encoder for OBS, and then I restarted for that, and then I turned the computer back on, and I turned the computer back on, and then VTube Studio no longer exists. It tells I'm trying to open it up, and it's like, this file path is broken. You need to find the game again. So I did I figured, okay, let me just delete it and re-download it. So I backed it up, deleted it, tried to re-download it. It did not want to re-download. It did not want to re-download. So then I had to restart the computer again and pray that I could re-download VTube Studio and not lose all my data. And on the second restart, we were all back to normal. I think it's all back to normal. I hope. I really, really hope. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. There was no way to know about the stream stuff not working until I hit start stream. But that's okay. We're here now. Ah! Of course, I'm trying to do a fun little event and I break things immediately. But you know what? I fixed them. The most important part of all of this is that in the end, everything was fixed. And it's working now. I hope it's working now because I still have my settings on a different... I changed the output settings without really reading over all my settings. The new changed ones. Ideally, it's fine. But it's not on my usual settings. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. Nothing like the last minute emergencies to get the... You know, here's the thing. I'm so used to last minute emergencies. It actually doesn't get my blood flow prompt. It doesn't give me any adrenaline. I just go, God, not this again. I live in the last second computer malfunction world, so it's just my norm. You found your missing chaos? Is that where it went? Do I have it? I was about to blame Pawsworth because he was having problems with his computer, and I don't know, it was working last night. I watched your stream last night and it was kind of working, so maybe it's everyone. Okay, so you know how in like Dragon Ball Z, where they pool their friendship together to make Goku stronger? This is the opposite. This is a pooled friendship curse where my PC dies on me. But anyway, Miku Repair Beam, I need that. Do I ever get self-conscious about my ear length? Yeah, I do wish they were a little longer. They're they could be bigger. Don't shame me because my ears are small, okay? Don't shame me. Patterhaven, jeez. You should, everyone, you should know better. Gosh. Anyway, as may have been noticed, new emotes. Because it's not in this part of the VOD. New emotes by Renkai here. And then the new song playing in the background is by Stream Cafe, who also did my previous background music. But more Stream Cafe. There was something else new. Oh, not the overlay I have back. I still have the new background that I need to roll out behind me here. This is the other one that I was using. So this is not the new one. But the new one, we'll bring that out later. I still have some more prep for that. But I do have in my other screen some other new overlays, which I will... Well, let me prep the, Man, what? I don't think they have a Twitter anymore. We'll see when we get over there. But anyway, why is my mouse not working now? Oh my god! Okay, it came back. Please stop. Is my computer about to die? But yeah, new emotes. I was waiting to bring those out until I finished drawing the little chibi model because they don't really match me currently, but they'll match the new model when I'm done with it. But I'm not done with it yet. And it's taking forever, but I really like those emotes and I want to use them. And I wanted to use my other new assets, so, you know. So, you know, it's fine. We'll bring them out now. Here, where's the last, Here. Oh gosh, where is it? Is it so big that it just doesn't fit? Oh my, it's so big you can't even see it. Here we go. See, that's what it'll look like when it's done. So see how that definitely matches? Doesn't that match the... That definitely matches the emotes much better. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. And then the version with the... I'm just spoiling my own model that I worked hard on. Well, I worked on I was drawing it on stream. I need to fix I still haven't finished the glasses, yeah. That's just the sketch of the glasses. And then it has... Where's the other one? It has the original outfit, too. Here. Very similar, but slightly different. To match the 1.0 model. And then I guess I guess it's like an updated on the right there. I do need to draw. I gotta finish rigging it, but I'm also working on the Halloween outfit, which hopefully I can get done before Halloween, which is what I said last year. I opened up Live 2D and I'm like, I don't know about this right now. I'm a little sleepy. What the Halloween one's supposed to look like when it's done. But I don't do anything. I make the world's tiniest bit of progress. The tiniest bit of progress. It's so sad. You know what I do? Okay. Oops. That's fine. What I need to do is keep this down here mocking me forever so I can finish the model eventually. Perfect. Perfect. Ever have trouble falling asleep because your feet are cold? They wake you up when touching your legs? Yes. Yes. Honestly, I have trouble sleeping for any reason. Where is... Now, let me find this link. Let me find... So we'll see it in a second. We'll see it in a second. But I updated some of my other... Whoa! We already started my new schedule on... If you saw on Twitter or Discord... Not Discord. Or Discord. Or Blue Sky. New schedule layout. New schedule layout. Hold on. There we go, Hifumi, who also did my previous schedule and gaming overlay. So, same link, but check that out. There's one more thing I'll show at the end of the stream, but I'll show off at the end of the stream. But today's stream is a theme. You may see on top of my head here, you may see this thing that says Fall in Love Visual Novel Festival. That's because there is a visual novel festival centered around romance visual novels happening right now. Presented by Studio Élan, who did I played that game Upwards Rain, like a couple months ago with the cute post office girls. They do a lot of really cute Yuri visual novels. So they're hosting a visual novel festival. There's a whole bunch of games and demos that are featured in it. So for the next week, I am gonna be playing so many game demos. Where's my actually? Let me pull up the new schedule. Here, this is it. It's similar to the last one. I just wanted to update it a little bit. Why are you saying feet? Oh, because of what Ivlano said. Anyway, similar to my old schedule, but I just wanted to update things a little bit. But today, we're gonna play some Lock and Key, a Magical Girl Adventure demo. Then tomorrow and Sunday, I'm gonna do 2 separate streams each of those days. 2 separate streams each of those days. 2. I'm gonna do one morning time for me and night time for me, with a break in the center. But those will be demos. Soul Set's a full game. And I also have a Steam key to give away for it too. So I have to figure out a fair way. I think there's things that I could in chat people type the thing and at the end I can pull it, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'll do that. So that'll be a little giveaway for a game. It was funny. They emailed me to play the game. And they sent me the Steam key, and I was like, "Oh, hey! I already own that game because I was gonna play it, but I'll use this as an excuse to play it." And they told me I can keep the key and give it away or something. So easy. So we'll do that. Hello, CG. Now I'm blocking, but I tried to. There were so many games that I really wanted to play, and I couldn't fit them all in the full week. I missed Wednesday and Thursday for the festival because I was feeling kind of sick. So I wanted to double up on the weekend, but we'll see. And then Actually, Wednesday is still part of it. Next Wednesday. And I'm gonna play that Toxic Mushroom Yuri game I've been wanting to play. Finally. Finally! But yes, these are the things. These are the games in the new schedule. Good stuff. Now where did I put that schedule so I can hide it? Bam! It's gone. It's gone. Oh, you love to earn the schedule? It's such an old one. I love it. It's by Draco Kiro. Yeah. I miss her. I want her to start streaming again. I need her to start streaming again. I say I missed her like I didn't hang out with her in person the other day, but it's okay. Can't wait for the fungi warrior. The fungi! Fungi. Draco will be there soon. I think she... Well, I don't know if they're gonna do it or not, but Pawsworth was talking about doing a little Draco Paws collab soon, so... Well, maybe we get to see her on his stream soon. I'm looking forward to that. But, so Fall in Love Festival is, I definitely didn't buy a bunch of games already. I definitely didn't buy it. I definitely didn't buy a bunch of games that are already out on sale, and then wishlist a bunch of games that, I had saw that are coming out soon, and there are cute demos. So I said, "Hey, demos, did I just freeze? Ugh, I just froze. I unfroze. Okay, we're back. We're not breaking. We're not breaking this time. We're not breaking this time. Now, what I want to please work. Gosh darn it! I had all this. That's not what I want to show. Did that show up on screen? No. Okay. Whew. I had Twitter open, and of course, Twitter was open when not on something I wanted to be shown. Okay. I wanted to show off this. Unless the other thing did show up. If not, we just our picture of Kyo. It's fine. If Draco's mom, does it make pause with... Yeah, also, if Draco's mom... Because Draco drew this model, but I rigged this model. So Draco is mom, but I'm also mom? I'm my own mom? I just wanted to pull up the Steam... The Steam page, and then copy it, and then I want to put... I'm my own mom? Wait, and then Velvet would Velvet, does that make you a cousin, a sibling, an aunt? Wait, how does this all work? Alright. We do that. We pin that. We'll keep that pin until end of stream. Bam. Look at all these games. This one is one that I bought and I've been wanting to stream too. Look at the name alone. Pre-Odyssey, Love at First Quack. Isn't that great? Soul Set, that's the one I'm gonna play. God, there's so many of them. There's also games I've been playing on my spare time. There's games I think there's a wide variety. There's Yuri, there's Yaoi, there's just visual novels. I've played Arcade Spirits before on stream. Where is... This one I backed on Kickstarter and I'm waiting for this to come out. I was hoping Lock and Key would be... Oh, here it is. Here we go. This is the game that we're gonna play today. Lock and Key, a magical girl mystery. Now I have the link for that. Devil's Liminal... Wait, let me go back. I miss it. We'll find it. See, look. There's too many. I'm gonna play Spell Candle, that's one. What is this? The Object of Love? Slice of Life BL? There were some BL games that I thought about playing, but I didn't want... There's too many, guys. I'm not good at reading guy voices. Which one was I looking for? This one! Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, wait, what's this? Oh, it's already on my wish list. Me looking at it like I've never seen it before. Like, what's this? I've already seen it. I've already peeped it. I already put it on the list to play. Pattern for B. Okay, pattern, you have to come here in line, voice every line. Off to bed. Have a good night, Ivano. Alright, put that away first. Put the game back up here. Look how cute! Now I'm like a little in the way, so I have to make myself a little smaller. The typical visual novel problem I have is not wanting to block too much of the screen. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think that's good. Now, am I missing anything else important? I don't really need to do this. I don't really need to do this. But I'm gonna. Alright. Then, I have so many things breaking. I am in the right stream category. I have the game on. Let's make the game. Let's put the game sound on. I'm so ready now. And now, we mute this. Do we hear game audio? Nope. That's one of those. One more thing I have to fix after everything crashed and broke on me. Do we hear game audio? Nope. How about now? Interesting. Interesting. Do I click on it? No, wow, it still doesn't wanna. It still doesn't wanna. In that case, don't worry. I know how to pivot. I know how to pivot. There we go. Game audio. Perfect. All right, this is all coming together now. All coming together. I'm resizing the game so I can see it better, which means I have to resize in OBS. But that's okay. We were on a delayed start today, and I'm okay with that. Soon we'll be enjoying a nice, cozy visual novel. You guys both explode trying to dab. I wanna. Okay, you've been talking about Cyber Sleuth so much, and now I really wanna play Cyber Sleuth again. Let's just my gosh, fit. What if instead of... There we go. Well, that was too big. I'll do this. This is fine. Hacker's Memory. But, the new Digimon comes out. The new Digimon comes out in a couple days. Why am I blanking on its name? Why am I blanking on its name? Alright, Lock and Key, a magical girl. I'm really looking forward to this. This game actually, so this game, I'm playing the demo right now, but the game comes out on the 30th, so that's like next Tuesday, right? So we'll do the demo now, and I might stream the full game later on. In the beginning, there was only darkness. Yeah, I might do the full game come like maybe February or something. I want to do more like romance visual novels for Valentine's Day. In the beginning, there was only darkness. And from that darkness, two beings emerged, benevolence and malice. From them, our universe was born. And within that universe, one small planet was chosen as their eternal battleground. Let me put my lamp on. Neither being had a physical form, and so they could not battle directly. And so, a new species was born. This species would one day grow to include the proxy soldiers meant to fight their battle for them. Malice was the first to create such soldiers. It reached out to the cruel, to the greedy, to the uncaring. It offered them great power as reward for their service, but also bestowed a new form upon them, a twisted, monstrous form that reflected their true nature. These monsters, bound to one day succumb fully to their transformation and exist as no more than mindless beasts, came to be known by a single name: the Consumed. These Consumed lived normal lives by day, but embraced their cruelty by night. Their existence was kept a secret so as to better facilitate their activities without resistance. Benevolence saw these beasts and knew that there was only one way to combat them, not by driving humans into paranoia and violence, but by creating warriors of its own. It saw the compassion, the love, the desire to do good that existed within the hearts of young women. These qualities represented Benevolence's ideals more strongly than any other humans. And so, they were chosen to be the champions of the light. Benevolence came to them without deceit. It told them the truth of the universe and told them of the dangers they would face by joining this battle. None were forced to take up arms. Only those prepared to brave the dangers of battle for the sake of their fellow human beings took up this sacred calling. These brave warriors were granted a new form of their own, but one that would not last. To make room for the next generation and to safeguard those whose powers might wane with age, their form and abilities would disappear upon reaching the age of 30. No! No! But the age of 30 isn't a man! What do you mean? But as long as they had that power within them, as long as they felt the desire to defend the world from evil, they would be known as magical girls. For millennia, magical girls have worked together to protect our world from the forces of malice. While the world at large may never know of them, these hidden warriors have saved countless lives. And for every war, it began with a single question. One that came first in a dream, then once again in the waking world. No hag magical girl. Not this time apparently, but one day we'll get our win. Do you want to protect this world? I do. Oh, I click it! I do is a thing I click. Magical Girl Tome? Which one? Which one? Which one? There are things in this world that I love. One of them, magical girls. Another one of them, Tome games. To combine them... Oh. Did it just go... Oh, did I rewind it? I rewinded it. I do. Lock and Key, a magical girl a magical girl mystery. Cohen. Huh? You done here? I don't get my team on the scene soon. CPD is gonna have my ass. And dealing with them on a good day is already torture. I sigh and roll my eyes. The only thing worse than a case I can't crack is one where I have to deal with the cops. Yeah. But I guess that's par for the course when you're looking for a serial killer. Locked room killer. Add it to your data. Oh, Paradigm Paradox is magical girls? Wow, I didn't know that. I should know it. It's part of the backlog. I'm not gonna lie. It's part of the backlog. The never-ending backlog of Otome games. One day. One day I'll complete them all. But they keep coming out. You already 100% don't trust good deities? No hag love is how you know this benevolent creature's lie. I know, right? Oh my gosh. I wish I could just tell them to piss off and let me focus. But a night in jail and a very worried wife were enough to keep me from trying that again. A wife? At least Nat is nice enough to let me check out the scene. But that doesn't make up for the dirty looks I get from everyone else there. I guess they're not a fan of some punk doing their job for them. Give me a few more minutes. I want to inspect the body again. Just hurry it up, and for fuck's sake, wear some gloves this time. Is this our, like, crime scene investigator? Yeah. I can't explain to them why I need to touch things directly to use my powers on them. Or why, every time I do, I can't help but think of how this all started. It was easier back when I was a kid. Back when all it took was a drop pen to find a consumed lair. Dealing with humans hurting other humans is much harder, not to mention more depressing. Can I have the room for a second? Are you seriously asking me to leave you alone in a crime scene? Seriously? Yes, seriously. Nat sighs and throws up her hands. She owes me and she knows it. Fine, but if you breathe a word of this to anyone, the next crime scene is gonna be at your house. Natasha Rubinsky, added to your data. For all Nat's bluster, I'll take dealing with her over dealing with any actual cop any day of the week. At least she can't get away with attacking me. Which is a lot more than I can say for Chicago's finest. Bunch of pricks. Okay, so I like checking out the menu. I'm blocking it, but... Crime scene, Sunday, March 10th. Known variables. Same perp, multiple victims. No known entry of... Wow. No known method of entry. I am blocking it with my overlay. Oopsies. No physical evidence left by killer. Ooh, that made it bigger, even. Maybe? Auto skip, save, load, options, data. So where was it? We got their names. Is it in data? Here we go. Sherry Cohen. Date of birth. 1/7/1990. Hobby, collecting stuffed animals. Favorite food, coffee cake. A former magical girl turned private eye, Sherry Cohen has served as the owner and sole employee of Cohen Investigations for the past 5 years. She doesn't miss the magical girl life as much as her friends do. After they retired at the end of high school, she chose to focus on her education rather than attempting to recapture her former glory. She graduated with a degree in psychology in 2012 and acquired her master's degree in 2014. When gay marriage was legalized in Illinois later that year, she married her high school sweetheart, Keely Takada, with whom she'd been in a relationship for the last 8 years. Now a married woman, Sherry chose to forego establishing her own practice in favor of becoming a private investigator. Why? Perhaps out of some sense of obligation to her past, or perhaps because it was a lot easier to launder money that way. So she's married. So she's not going to be doing any romancing? Is this not a romance? I'll survive. I do enjoy a good story. Sherry's ability. Sherry's spirit reflection grants her limited clairvoyance when touching an inanimate object. By concentrating, she can track the object's movement, status, and other factors over a 48-hour period. Does a dead body count as an inanimate object? The tracking details are most accurate within the first 24 hours. Weapon. The Purification Pistol is an accurate and extremely powerful weapon at mid to long range. Using liquid magic stored in the barrel, Sherry can fire energy balls of various sizes to inflict major damage to a consumer's weak points. While already a powerful weapon, Sherry's own mastery of marksmanship makes it even deadlier. Open or a hint at the killer's next. Oh wait, no, see, I was afraid that would be it. I was kind of afraid that would be it. I don't want that to be it. Could never escape the pretty unromanceable side. I wonder. We'll see. We'll see. Rubinsky is Sherry's longtime acquaintance and key source of information about police activity in the city. While the two are far from friends, Sherry's consistent ability to get results and Nat's authority to keep the cops away from her make for some effective teamwork. Nat is aggressive, argumentative, caustic, and an overall pain in the ass. But at least she's got enough common sense to know what it takes to get results. Doesn't mean she's gonna be friendly about it, though. Ugh, I'm still getting over kind of sick. Or maybe I'm getting sick, I don't know. It's not too bad. As a D&D player, whether a dead body is an inanimate object is very much a topic of debate. You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Cohen household, a small but cozy two-story home where Sherry and Keely have lived for the past 5 years. Thanks to Keely's very successful career, the two women are able to buy the home outright rather than rent. Dang! Financial stability? Sherry isn't much for furnishing, but Keely has taken to making sure the place really feels like theirs. Just don't ask her where she got the fancier decor. What? Locked Room Killer. The Locked Room Killer, also known as the Phantom Slasher, is a serial killer that has been terrorizing Chicago for weeks. With the police uninterested in protecting the people, Nat reached out to Sherry after the third killing to ask for help. Each of the grisly murder scenes have 3 things in common: a battered body, a locked door, and a near total lack of evidence. How many more lives will they claim before Sherry can solve this case? In Chicago. That's so funny. I mean, I know Chicago's a real place, and a lot of games are set in real places, but I'm so used to playing games that are set in, like, real places that are, like, in Japan. So it being Chicago just it seems so funny to me. She walks out with a huff, leaving me to work. As soon as she's gone, I remove one of my gloves and close my eyes. My powers of clairvoyance only work on inanimate objects. I was 15 when I first learned that this includes corpses. Oh no! That answers the question though. At least it was a rarity back then. But when I was actually saving lives, helping people, as opposed to whatever I do now. With a sigh, I reach out and put my hand on the victim's body. Turn back the clock, bring the past to me so that I might see the truth. For the sake of the innocent. Magic spell, magic spell, magic spell. Ooh. Reflection in progress a few hours ago. Visions of the victim's last 24 hours fill my mind. I'm just imagining being a 15-year-old and coming across a dead body and being like, does this work? Does this work? And then having the morbid curiosity to actually just try it out. Terrifying. Oh man, if you see the last 24 hours and you can actually witness the person getting killed, oh man, that's terrifying. Visions of the victim's last 24 hours fill my mind. I can't see the finite details the way I could when I was younger, but I'm still able to track his movements and activities throughout the time period. I can see the power of spirit reflection. All the power of spirit reflection. Most of the time, anyway. Some days I tend to call it shitty clairvoyance instead. It's not an inaccurate name. For starters, I can only see backwards, and even then, it's not nearly as powerful as real clairvoyance would be. All I can do is track an object's movements and positions over the last 24 to 48 hours. If I had the murder weapon on hand, it'd be easy. I could find out where it came from and get a vague idea of who'd held it. But there's only so much I can tell from a corpse. I know this is his house and that he hadn't left home today. I can see him moving from room to room. Okay, so it's not like super in detail, but still. And then I see him struggling. His movements grow erratic in the living room. He tries to fight back. But it's not enough. Yeah, it still can't be pleasant to see that. My eyes snap open as I yank my hand away, but the image doesn't leave my head. It'll probably be there for the rest of the day. I wipe off my hands and rub my temples, the same familiar questions filling my mind. What am I doing here? Why am I still getting myself involved in this shit? I've got a master's degree, for God's sake. I could be working at a hospital. Hell, I could have my own practice. What did it say that her degree was in? A degree in psychology. I'm assuming the master's degree is also in psychology? I haven't been a magical girl for more than a decade, but I'm still getting myself wrapped up in mysteries. And what happens when I lose my powers next year? Am I just gonna screw around in crime scenes and make wild guesses? Oh, so she's 29. It's not like these are new thoughts, but they've gotten worse lately. Especially today. It's her day after all. My enhanced self-doubt is cut short by Nat slamming the door open again, looking at me with annoyance. Need a retired girls anime How did so wasn't there like a Precure season where they're like adults or something like that? I haven't seen it. I don't know how it actually worked out. Were they still doing magical girl stuff or were they just hanging out? I have to look it up. I saw some clips of it. I think there was, yeah. Or maybe it's gonna come out. I don't know. But I definitely saw they're like adult designs. Was it Precure? It was some other magical series. Dang, I don't know. Maybe it was Precure. Time's up. They're sending me my team in now. Fine by me. I'm done here. Already solved the case and solved the day, Sherlock? Oh, totally. I'll have Moriarty in handcuffs for you by tomorrow morning. She doesn't respond, just jerking her hand towards the door in the universal gesture for get the hell out. I stand up and step back as her usual band of masked forensic guys file into the room. Nat glares at me as I continue to look around, blatantly ignoring her demand that I leave them be. It's not like it's illegal for me to be here anyways, but her team has complained enough about me interfering already. Sherry, I'm not gonna tell you again. Fine, I'm going. If the full forensic team's coming in, then the cops are sure to follow, and they'd be all too pleased to make me a scapegoat. I must have some nerve trying to actually solve the crime instead of finding some poor bastard to pin it on. Sure, they don't understand my methods, but I've still got a better track record than any of their esteemed detectives. Besides, I'm in no hurry to tell them that my method is being a former magical girl. They think I'm weird enough as is. Not like I care what they think, but still. I don't exactly miss fighting consumed, but sometimes I feel like I'd rather be risking my life fighting monsters than dealing with cops. At least then I was saving lives instead of just picking up the pieces. The wind whips against my face as I drive home, but I don't feel it. I'm too preoccupied with thoughts of getting some rest when I get there. 15 minutes later, I barely make it to the couch before my aching muscles protest. Even through the sore back and knee pain, something about the case I just left didn't sit well with me. But I can't figure out what it is. It's not like I haven't dealt with a murder before. Hell, I have even dealt with multiple murders before. Maybe it's the lack of evidence? Nothing from my powers and nothing from the surroundings. Entry point, murder weapon, any physical indication that someone else had entered the house. None of it. But that's not new either. There are plenty of cases where the cops ruined the scene before I had the chance to get there. My mind keeps turning, checking every possibility before discarding it. Logically, there's no real reason for me to feel so uneasy this time around, but I can't shake this feeling that something's off. Eventually, I shut my eyes with a resigned sigh. All I have are maybes, and I'm really sick of maybes. If I could just find one certainty. My train of thought grinds to a halt as I look toward the source of the sudden splashing sound. It isn't rain or anything like it. Rather, it's coming from right outside the door. Hello? I sit up to find a puddle of strange pinkish liquid seeping under the door. It glides across the floor without any trace behind. If I didn't know any better, I'd be freaking out. Instead, I just sigh. The door was unlocked, you know. You could have just come in normally. A voice emanates from the puddle. A very cute voice. Yeah, but what's the fun in that? Is this our wife? Or no, is this someone else? Who is this? As I watch, the liquid comes together into one point and begins to solidify, rising into a pillar before taking the shape of a beautiful woman. Long black hair streams down the newly formed head as her remaining facial features take their place. It is my wife! Keely's eyes open and her mouth forms into a mischievous smile. There's no way I'm gonna let my last year of shape-shifting pass me by without at least a few pranks. That one's a classic after all. If by classic you mean grossing me out for over a decade, then yes, it is certainly a classic. That's exactly what I mean! Keely Cohen, added to your data. Alright, let's read about her. My wife. Not her. Hobby, knitting. Favorite food, takoyaki. At first glance, you could be forgiven for thinking Keely Cohen's Takada. Cohen must be Sherry's last name, originally. Is a fairly typical housewife. That's entirely by design, of course. As one of the most successful cat burglars in Chicago. What? Oh, I understand now. As one of the most successful cat burglars in Chicago, things are a lot easier to Keely if she looks utterly normal. It's certainly worked out well for her so far. Given her much greater attachment to their days as magical girls, Keely refused to abandon her abilities as she entered adulthood. It wasn't long after graduating high school that she realized how suited her shape-shifting abilities were to thievery, and didn't hesitate to take advantage of the fact. Now, is she like a Robin Hood? Making sure to steal only from the ultra rich, yes. Keely found herself with the oh-so-rare job that manages to be fun and pay well. She even gets to choose her own hours. And when she reaches 30, she'll be able to retire and spend the rest of her life in comfort with her beloved wife. But can she really let that life go so easily? Ability. Keely's mass manipulation allows her to stretch, alter, and otherwise manipulate her own physical form. This can be as major as flattening herself to slide under a door, or as subtle as altering her own fingerprints so as not to leave evidence at a crime scene. The ability's only major weakness is that it is incapable of any change that would affect her base mass or weight. Weapon. The Lash of Judgment is a long, flexible, yet extremely durable whip. While capable of injuring consumed at close range with its powerful slashes and surprising weight, its primary function is to capture and restrain consumed so Keely's teammates can dish out heavier damage. As a support weapon, it is best suited to coordinated use. Okay, I understand now this line about don't ask her where they got the fancier decor. I understand that. Deduction process. Think. Frustration, guilt. I sit up and make room for her on the couch, patting the cushion beside me. Welcome home, baby. I lean my head back as she bends down to kiss me, the warmth of her lips offering welcome comfort. Here's the Yuri. This is what I need. This is what I need. You know what? What did I say earlier? You can still have romance if you're married? What is this? That's silly. Why would I say something silly like that? You don't have to actively go out of your way to find a new romantic partner in the game. You can already have a wonderful romantic partner and it'd be a great time. Wife with any form and comes with a whip. Yeah. No, I was thinking that too. Sherry here has great taste. I never really feel at home unless she's here with me. As soon as our lips part, she hops onto the couch to sit down next to me, resting her head against my shoulder and wrapping her arms around mine. We both let out a contented sigh in unison. This is the best part of the day. How was your day? Not too eventful. My Mark was home, so I had to settle for just looking around the place. I think I'll go back for whatever's in his safe this weekend. Wait, you don't know what he's got in there? This guy is one of the rich executive types, so I'm sure it's something good. Besides, finding out is the fun part. It's not always about the money, you know. That's why you're the best in the business, baby. Aw, thank you, sweetie. She gives me another kiss before snuggling closer to me. You'd never be able to tell by looking at her that she's one of the most notorious cat burglars in Chicago. Then again, that's part of why she gets away with it. Of course, being a shapeshifter doesn't hurt either. You make any progress on the case today? I sigh, wishing I could just forget today's visions. This job would be a lot easier if they didn't linger in my mind for so long. Nothing useful. Yet another locked room mystery, just like the others. Either this guy is really good, or I'm losing my touch faster than I thought. Don't say that, sweetie. There's never been a case Sherlock Cohen couldn't solve, right? I don't know. It's more than just being stumped. I just feel kind of burnt out, you know? Like, I'm not sure if I even have the energy to see this case through, and putting up with the cops makes it even worse. Keely kisses my cheek. I can tell she's trying to hide the worry in her eyes for my sake, even though she knows she doesn't have to. Maybe you should retire early, honey. I know you're sick of dealing with them, and I've nabbed more than enough to set us up with a comfortable nest egg. I chuckle, running my fingers through her hair and kissing her forehead. And lose my chance to whine to you about it when I get home? But never. We both laugh at that one before settling into silence. I don't know how I'd make it through the day if I couldn't look forward to cuddling at the end of it. Aww, that's so sweet! I don't know how I'd make it through the day if I couldn't look forward to cuddling at the end of it. That's so cute! Maybe tomorrow you and I could go over the details of the case again. 2 heads are better than 1. And you know how good I am with murders. Don't say it like that. You sound like a serial killer. What if she is? Nah, no. I do not. Besides, you know I'm more of a serial thriller. Oh? That was awful. Like, really awful. You're just jealous you didn't come up with it first. You'd think that after 12 years, her sense of humor would have improved. It hasn't. She's not wrong about being helpful, though. I might be good at putting together evidence in a pattern and drawing conclusions, but she's always been good at seeing the tiny details I might miss without her. I just always feel a bit guilty when I bring her in. She's got her own job, and making her do mine too feels unfair, but maybe that's just me being stubborn. I like how supportive, I love how supportive that Cherry is for her wife. Like, you know, she treats the burgling as a legitimate job. Like, she's not shaming it. She's just like, fine. Yeah, no, my wife has a job. What is it? She steals things. Whatever. That's just her job. It's a thing. Deal with it. It's on the same level as just like being a marketing executive. If you need me to break into the station and find out what they're keeping, I'm more than happy to. It's not like it'd be the first time. That was nearly 10 years ago. With those inflated police budgets, security would be way tighter than it was before. Cameras, more guards, that sort of stuff. And you almost got caught last time too, remember? Are you saying I've gotten worse? No way, I'm just saying that they've gotten better, a lot better. Hey, you never know until you try. I bet I could do it. I give her a kiss on the cheek before shaking my head. What happened to the shy little high school girl that always looked before she leaped? Oh, her? I hear she got a lot less shy when she married a real troublemaker. A troublemaker, huh? The worst kind. I lift her head up and kiss her again, much deeper this time. One of my hands moves to her side, drifting up and down her abdomen. Abdomen. But before I can go any further, she pulls away with a frown. We'll have to save this for later, honey. I need to get dinner started before Nina shows up. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. I completely forgot she was coming over. If I let that slip, she'll never let me hear the end of it. And on today of all days, too. The case must be weighing on me more than I thought. I've never forgotten about how important today was before now. You thought about it earlier. Stealing from the uber wealthy is a way more ethical. Yeah, it's so much more ethical. It's probably the best job she could have. No wonder she's so proud of her wife. Well, that's fine. I fixed it. It'll be good to have her here, though. Maybe it'll be the distraction I need. Even if it is interrupting another kind of distraction. In that case, I'll probably go shower. I smell like a crime scene. I like your crime scene smell. Oh? And you think Nina would too? I mean, yeah? That's fair. I stand and stretch, letting out a long yawn. Hopefully a little cold water to the face will keep me awake through dinner. I owe her that much. You gonna need any help with dinner? I'll be okay. You can go ahead and clean yourself up. As I head towards the stairs and start to climb up, Keely calls out to me. Hey, sweetie? Yeah, babe? I'm really glad that shy little girl married that troublemaker. You and me both, honey. You and me both. Cute! I hope it's not cuteness that leads up to not cuteness soon. And by not cuteness, I mean sadness. By the time I'm done showering, most of my stress has melted away. I can't fully get the image of the crime scene out of my head, but it only comes in flashes now. The house, the blood, the frantic movements of the victim. Using spirit reflection always leaves me with a kind of after image, but at least that helps me when it comes to studying details. I towel off and throw on a clean shirt before heading downstairs. As soon as I do, the smell of my wife's cooking banishes those last few lingering flashes. All I can think about now is how much I want to dig into some udon. Oh my gosh. It's incredible how delicious her cooking has gotten lately. This much aggressive character development, I know. Hey honey, I'm so glad I'm married to you. Yeah, babe, I love you too. It's always a red flag. And look how cute she is. Nina expectations. Excitable, huggy, very, very loud. Hold on a second. Is someone there younger? This must have been them in like their magical girl outfits. Well, not necessarily younger, just in their outfits. And then who are these? I was scared there's only 3. Oh no! Oh man, you get up to 27 save slots. Where was I? Here. I wanted to check the main screen. There you are. I was starting to worry that you'd fallen asleep in there. You make a save every choice. That is a smart way to do it. Wait. You know what's funny is RPG Maker type games, I do make a lot of saves. With visual novels, other like this kind of stuff, like Otome games at least, I don't typically make saves per choices. But it does depend on the game. Because some games make it easy. Some games that might have like a branching tree or something. So I don't need to keep going through stuff. It does depend. It depends on how good the like skip through, skip red text settings are and stuff like that. Yeah. Or if I do know where there's gonna be a branching point, I will save there. I will say, I do kind of cheat. So when I play Otome games, my first run through will always be blind. And then after that, I just follow a guide. So I'll make saves where the guide... I'll make save where the guide tells me to. Isn't this exactly the kind of game you'll need to save? Well, probably. But with visual novels, at least, when they're pure visual novels, I don't mind hitting the skip button. It's like games where I have to walk around and solve puzzles and stuff like that. That takes so long. It takes so long to go through again. No such luck. After the day I've had, I wouldn't mind a little shower power nap. She giggles and turns her head towards me, giving me one of those little smiles that still make my heart flutter before going back to her preparations. God, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she is. Don't worry too much about being tired. Nina might as well be a natural shot of espresso. Oh, is she already here? Not just yet, but I'm sure she'll show up at any minute. You know she likes to travel. Well, hopefully she'll give me enough time to do this. I move up behind her, wrapping my arms around her waist and brushing my lips against her neck. She rewards me with a little yelp of surprise before letting out another giggle. Honey, I still have to finish this before she gets here. She can wait. Kisses first. Oh my god, Cher. Can you stop being gay for like 2 seconds so Kiki can get some of that in the bowl? I'm starving. Girl, can you stop being gay for just like 1 second? I gotta eat here. I gotta eat. Some games, the skip red text is so slow even at max. Yeah, it depends on the game. It does depend on the game. We both whirl around in unison to come face to face with Nina. I sputter and let out a cough, a bit embarrassed about being caught in a moment of sappiness. Is that what you call it? Is sappiness? Is that how we define it? As we face her, she breaks into a massive grin and lets out a squeal of delight. As always, her excitement is infectious enough to help me get over my initial embarrassment at being caught in the act. Nina Alankar. I have to read it. So their birthdays are a day apart? Assuming that, well, theirs is Chicago. So their birthdays are a day apart, and hers is... already happened? Nina Alankar has always been a star. Sherry's childhood friend was dazzling crowds during talent shows as early as elementary school, and by the time she had graduated high school, she was already being scouted by multiple talent agencies. Her debut album, Rhinestone Reminiscence, was released in 2010 and became an instant nationwide hit. Now in the process of preparing for a 4th album, Forever Young, Nina spent the entirety of her 20s in the spotlight and loving it. Despite this, Nina's dates as a magical girl are still fresh in her mind. The style of her original magical girl outfit and graceful movement stemming from years of combat both played a large role in her developing career. It remains to be seen how much of those fundamental elements stay with her when she becomes the first of the group to lose their powers. Ability. One of the most powerful and versatile abilities around. Nina's recollection step allows her to teleport to any human being she's previously made contact with. Oh, that's how she got in the house so easily. While these days, she mostly uses it to avoid the paparazzi, it also allows her to jump from teammate to teammate in battle in order to reach better angles of attack without putting herself at risk. With such an overwhelming tactical advantage, it's no wonder she ended up team leader. Weapon. Despite its non-threatening appearance, the Cutie Slicer's wickedly sharp blade can cut through just about anything. As a result, Nina is the heaviest hitter in the group at close range. Its wide horizontal swipes take advantage of the consumed slow movement speed. Movement speed! Letting her slice off limbs with ease. You do not want to be on the receiving end of this one. The age rating requires we call it sappiness. What is the age rating? I mean, it's not out till the 30th. Will there be a spicy version? Because some of the other Studio Élan games do have spicy versions. I'm just saying. Oh. I was just looking at the Steam page again. And on their Steam page, they have little, They have little... They have little... What do you call it? Biography cards there. And I think this might be a typo in the game. Because right here, birthday is 1990. But on the Steam page, it says 1989. Which makes more sense, because I was sitting here thinking, if 1990... If her birthday's last, why would she be the first one to lose her powers? I think that's a little typo in there. Okay. That makes more sense. I was like mentally doing the math earlier when I was reading through their bios. Calling it earlier, the killer is a magical girl who wants to use her powers for some aggressive good doing before she loses them? Before we have a chance to speak, she bounds over to pull us into a gigantic hug. I miss you both so much. Next time I go on tour, I'm taking you with me. No arguing. Good to see you again, Nina. But maybe you could use the door next time? No goddamn way. As long as I can teleport, I'm never touching a door in my life. I pat her on the back, and she squeezes us even tighter. She's caught me grinning now, too. We miss you, too. I can't believe how long it's been. 2 years... 2 years, 73 days, 18 hours, and 12 minutes. That's 2 years, 73 days, 18 hours, and 2 minutes too long. 10 minutes too long. I can read. Did you seriously keep track of it down to the minute? Oh no, I'm 100% fucking with you right now. You totally thought it though. She releases the hug, winking at me with another grin. 23 years and you're still falling for the obvious ones. Get it together, Cher. But she keeps track of that one, huh? No wonder I fell for it. Teleportation's a good power. Never needing a car. Right. That's... Okay. If I could have... There's two things. Two things I would want for a superpower if I could have a superpower. Either teleportation for that practicality. Not needing a car. Never needing to, like... I could get out of bed, get changed, and not have to deal with the commute. I could have a job anywhere. I could have a job on the other side of the country. Instant commute. That would make... I could live in the most low cost of living area. I could move out into the middle of nowhere and have the cheapest house that is just basically a mansion because it's in the middle of nowhere. And then because I can teleport, I can go wherever I want. Do I want to go to this city for a trip? Do I want to go to work? Well, no, I don't want to go to work, but I'd have to go to work. I could do all of that. Easy peasy. Like, I don't even want to do anything like crazy. I just want the teleportation for pure practicality's sake. Don't care about its use in combat. None of that matters to me. Just, all that matters, how practical it is. The other one would be, invisibility would be good. I would like to become invisible. That would be nice. No longer being perceived. And then I can go do, like, lots of, like, really nice things in secret. If I could turn invisible as a power, I wouldn't do bad stuff. I would go do secretly nice things. Like, I would, like, I'd put, like, $20 in someone's pocket if I see them having a bad day. Or if I see that someone's gonna trip on something, I'll move it out of the way so they don't trip. Little things. Someone's, like, like, well, baking cookies would be really obvious. But, like, little things. Like, I don't know. Put some cookies on the counter when they thought they were already done with already eaten all the cookies, but it's like a little surprise. Little things like that. I don't want them to think they're haunted, but little things just to updo people's lives. That's what I want to do. Refuse to believe any of you ADHDers have the mental focus and spatial awareness to teleport. You're gonna end up like 3 states over. It's fine. You just gotta make a few pit stops. Forget where I'm going. Teleport. Constantly teleporting until I finally remember where to go. Why? I go downstairs to the kitchen to get something to eat. Why did I come in here? Why am I in this room? What did I go back upstairs? Oh, wait, yeah, no, I wanted to grab something out of the fridge. Go back downstairs. Why am I in here? Teleports to, like, Tokyo? Why did I come here today? Was there an event? I don't know, I'll go back home now. I would not be sus. I would only, if I could turn invisible, I would do nice things. I would not do any bad stuff. I don't even want to fight crime. I don't care about crime. I just want to do nice things. And then I want to do nice things for people without getting any of the attention. That is my dream. But teleportation for quick travel is actually still, like, #1. Now, Nina, play nice. Unless you don't want seconds on udon, that is. Nina bats her eyelashes and gives Keely the most innocent face she can muster. It's pretty good. I'll be good, Mom, I promise. I'm a year younger than you. Yeah, but you've got, like, big mom energy, you know? Is that a compliment? Duh. I know you two aren't exactly hip to modern lingo anymore, but that one's pretty obvious. You say that like you're not 30. Nina huffs and gives me a goofy scowl while Keely goes back to finishing up dinner. She got mom energy or she got mommy energy? Those are different. I'm 29, Chair? I've still got a month before I turn into an old lady, and I'm going to make the most of it. All 3 of us are. So you're staying in Chicago all month then? You better believe it. I'm off on tour for the next 3 months. We are gonna tear this shit up. I don't have the heart to tell her that Keely and I have long passed tearing shit up phase, but even if we can't keep up with Nina's speed, I'm sure we'll have plenty of them. Plenty of fun. Still funny how Nokia went from having from nobody to have one of the strongest Digimon. Love Nokia. The character from Digimon Cyber Sleuth and not the phone. She? Very cute. The female protagonist, if you play as the girl version in Cyber Sleuth, so cute. The way we used to before. Sweetie, could you grab a few bowls for us? Nobody's going to be tearing up anything on an empty stomach. Nina bolts to her chair and sits down, vibrating with excitement. I swear she's about to start drooling. I oblige my wife, grabbing us bowls and giving her a quick kiss before sitting down. Dinner is served. Keely's cooking is as delicious as ever. Nina certainly seems to feel the same way, eating her way through 2 packed bowls before I'm even halfway through my first. In between mouthfuls, she tells us stories about life on tour, moving from place to place, dealing with crowds of fans, performing in front of hundreds of people. It makes our job seem easy by comparison. I'd probably crash and burn after a few months, but she's been going at it for nearly a decade now, and despite everything, she's still the same old Nina. No, like, actually, I really appreciate her, like, accepting of cat burglary as a job and being, like, performing artist as a job. Because so many people be like, what's so hard about that? You're just out there singing and dancing on stage. It's a fun job. What's a job about that? Blah. But nah, she's just like, She's admiring it. She's like, dang, she works hard. She works hard. I couldn't do that. The new male and female designs for Time Stranger look great. They look so good. They're just such different vibes. They're just so different. The Nina I grew up, still bursting with energy, still driven to stand out from the crowd, and still full of love for us. I've always admired that ambition of hers, even though I was the only one who she'd known when she... Oh my god, I can't read today. I'm like, ugh. Even though I was the only one who she'd known since we were kids, she was still the one who brought us together to form a team. Everyone else was ready to rally around the girl with a big dream and a bigger attitude. Hell, I'm not even sure if I would have been able to ask Keely out without Nina pushing for it. No wonder she got scouted right out of high school. Being a star was her dream, and her dreams always came true. That, and the fact that she's got one hell of a voice too. Although, it would be nice if she didn't use it to yell so much when I'm sitting a few feet away from her. After we'd all had our fill, I head into the kitchen and grab a bottle of whiskey and 3 glasses. Haley and I don't drink very often, but this is a cause for celebration in one way at least. OMG, you read my mind! Nothing like a little nightcap before I go. You're lucky there's no laws against teleporting under the influence. Right, oh my god, teleporting under the influence? Just showing up in the wrong places? Oh, please. You act like I'd actually listen to some Square's rules. Hell, according to the rules, I was supposed to have dinner with some record label suits tonight. You're not gonna get in trouble for blowing them off on our account, are you? Psh, don't worry. It's not like I was anybody that mattered. Besides, being here tonight is way more important than spending a night pretending to care about branding. Nina looks down at her glass, her expression suddenly darkening. Especially tonight, you know? Oh, is this like the anniversary of someone's like death or something? What is? It's not a birthday. What is it? I just nod and start pouring our drinks. We've been dancing around tonight's special occasion since Nina arrived, but I know it couldn't last forever. Is Nina? I hope not, but I am wondering because I've seen Madoka Magica. This whole turning 30 thing? Keely looks down at the table, swirling her drink and letting out a wistful sigh. Oh yeah. How old would she be now? 27? Yeah, it's been 12 years now. Doesn't feel like it though. It really doesn't. Sometimes it feels like it happened yesterday, other times it feels like a century ago. Death is strange like that. No matter how much I've seen, I know I'll never get used to it. I raise my glass and they follow suit. Happy birthday, Al. Happy birthday, Al. Happy birthday, Al. We throw back our drinks. The warm burn of the alcohol, a blessing after the chill that filled the room after we said her name. In the moment, it feels like she's here with us. That goofy little smile lighting up the room like it always did. When Keely puts her glass down, I can see a few teardrops streaking her face. I squeeze her hand under the table, and she manages a small smile in response. Nina's stony face, meanwhile, betrays nothing. She's got that performance, like, acting idol, like, face on. Hiding those emotions. That mask! I silently pour us another round of drinks, muttering a snippet of the mourner's Kaddish? That. May he who creates peace in the celestial heights create peace for all of us. Amen. L. Byrne? Oh, we don't get much yet. Sherry, Keely, and Nina's former magical girl ally. Always the baby of the group. She was the whole team's little sister and loved dearly by her 3 closest friends. She passed away in 2007, long before her time. Ellie Byrne was 15 years old when she died, and the shock of that death changed her 3 friends forever. But how did she die? What happened that fateful night? And why couldn't Sherry, Kaylee, and Nina stop it? After a moment of silence, Nina speaks up with her usual pep. Okay then, I think it's time you told me about that juicy new case you solved. It sounded like pretty next level stuff. I'm sure some people would consider her insensitive for jumping right into another topic like this, but Keely and I don't mind. It's better than spending the rest of the day. Is it Kaylee? Kaylee? Probably. Kaylee and I don't mind. It's better than spending the rest of the evening and morning. Ellie probably wouldn't have wanted that. Besides, it's not like I don't want her input. That's why I told her about it, right? Looking to flex your detective muscles too, Nina? Hey, I'm an international woman of mystery. I didn't realize catching serial killers was part of the pop star life. Sounds like someone isn't in the know then. Now, show me those mad investigator skills. Trauma? Oh yeah! You need some trauma to spice it up. I take another sip of my drink before giving her the gist of things. The lack of evidence left at the scene, how there's no tracks to follow, no clear motives or connections between the victims, etc. She'll occasionally chime in with questions about crime scene details, still drawing from those magical girl instincts. Haley helps me fill in the gaps as well, leaving Nina scratching her head. Damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, no kidding. Does anything in particular stick out to you, Nina? Well, nothing about the crimes themselves, but... She stares at me, fire suddenly appearing in her eyes. Something sticks out about how you're investigating them. What's that? The fact that you haven't put your wife's special talent to use? Keely cocks her head to the side, confused. How would shapeshifting help solve her case? No, your other talent. Knitting? Oh my god! Nina flings out her arms, waving them up and down in an arc around her. Aura reading? Hello? Oh! Haley's eyes widening as the significance of what Nina is saying hits us. Oh, of course! Cher, have you even looked for magic in the scene? I mean, let's be real. No murderer can be that good. If they're so mysterious, why not see if they're consumed? Any magic left at the scenes would be too faint for either of us to pick up, but Kiki's always been the best of us when it comes to aura. Of course, I've spent so many years going after humans that the thought of a consumed killer never even crossed my mind. How could I miss something so simple? I really am losing my touch. Alright, hold on. My nose is getting so stuffy. My nose is getting so stuffy. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna take a quick break and take a little Sudafed or something. And then refill my water. So I'll be right back. Quick break. Quick break. Quick break. BRB. In the meantime, everyone else get water. Everyone else get water and all that stuff. BRB. I opened the fridge to get water, and then I saw mashed potatoes, and I was like, oh, you know what? A bowl of mashed potatoes and then a little bit of chicken on top. That's just a quick little snack. That was not a quick little snack. I had to heat it up. And then I had to eat it and all that. Cheesy. Oh, cheese would have been good. They're just plain mashed potatoes, plain like homemade mashed potatoes with nothing on them, but I had some leftover chicken from dinner last night that I put on top. Still pretty delicious. We ran out of like the normal seasoning for the chicken, so Patterson put everything bagel seasoning onto the chicken, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good on the chicken. All right, back to this. I do prefer my potatoes like apples. I don't know where the raw potatoes are. Maybe we're out of raw potatoes. I probably would have eaten the raw potato if I saw that, though. Alright, let's continue our somber dinner, reminiscing on dead friends and, crime scenes on TV. Oh, I'm so tired. Crime scenes. How could I miss something that simple? I really am losing my touch. Ooh, what's happening? What scallop? I haven't had scalloped potatoes in so long. I forgot they existed. Find the aura, find the killer. Easy peasy. That's actually brilliant, Nina. I told you catching serial killers was part of being a pop star. Maybe we should check that out tomorrow night, honey. Do you want to come with us, Nina? Nina laughs, taking one last swig of her drink. No way. Sounds like a perfect date night activity. You two have fun with it. I've got nightlife to enjoy. You can really go to clubs that easily? Aren't you worried about getting noticed? Don't you worry about me, Cher. The paparazzi hasn't figured out a way to get around teleportation. Not yet, at least. You forgot... Pizza dough? Pizza dough. What kind of pizza would you make with that pizza dough, though? Kaylee giggles at that one. I can't help cracking a smile, too. Anyway, now that I've pretty much solved your case for you, I think it's about time I hit the road. My producer's gonna have a heart attack if I don't tell her where I am soon. Don't forget to cut me a check once you get paid for catching this dude, though. You don't want to stay for dessert? We have some cake in the fridge. Nina smiles and shakes her head, standing up and stretching. Save a piece for me, Kay. I'll come back for it when I can. She pulls us both into one more tight hug, as warm as ever. I love you two so much, and don't you forget it. I promise I'll come back real soon. That's another red flag. That's another red flag. You better. I didn't even have a chance to paint your nails. Soon, babe. Cross my heart. Just make sure you let us know before you teleport in here. Married couples need their privacy, believe it or not. She steps away, adjusting her hair and giving us one last wink. No promises! And with that, she's gone as quickly as she arrived. Kaylee takes my hand and leans against me, looking at the spot where Nina was standing just a moment ago. She seems like she's doing well. A lot better than she was last time. Definitely, and you weren't kidding. She really is a shot of espresso. I know it's espresso with an S, but I keep saying espresso like it's an X. I can't stop myself. They gotta set up the bad route somehow. That is true. Partial to peppers on pizza. But you forgot your parents been growing eggplants, so fried eggplants on a pizza? That could be good. I've never tried it, but yeah, that could be good. So, you're wide awake now? I lean down and kiss her forehead, wrapping an arm around her. Very. Come on, let's go upstairs. I could stand to unwind a bit before bed. Kaylee raises her head and meets mine, kissing me gently. You don't have to tell me twice. Espresso for the demon! It's not like we haven't done this before, but I can't quite shake the feeling that we're doing something wrong. I'll have us inside in just a jiff, just wait. Kaylee's confidence brings a smile to my face, even as we're standing outside a crime scene in the early hours of the morning. I haven't seen an officer on watch, but there's no doubt that one is somewhere close by. Even though we're hidden, I'm still on edge. Don't worry, we'll be in and out before you know it. She squeezes my hand, interlacing her fingers with mine in the gesture that always brings me peace of mind. Whatever's got me so on edge tonight feels a bit further away. Once we're at the front door, Kaylee's form falls away and she oozes beneath it. A moment later, the door clicks open and there she is. I like the effect. Told you I could get us in. I never doubted you. She knows I never doubted her, of course. I haven't doubted her abilities for years now, but the smile on her face makes it clear that she appreciates the affirmation. Yeah, compliment you, girl. And if she's happy, so am I. Happy, what is it? Happy wife? Happy life, right? But as soon as we take a few steps into the entranceway, the smile fades. Kaylee stops in her tracks and takes a deep breath. I don't like this. You feel something already? There were definitely signs of a struggle in here, but this isn't where he died. It's faint, but this aura? Something strange. Let's keep moving. I nod, though I'm worried. Kaylee has such a talent for sensing aura, so it's no wonder she sensed a dangerous vibe immediately. But even though my senses have always paled in comparison to hers, I at least should be able to sense something. Have my senses really degraded that much? I know I only have a year until they're gone for good, but even now I should still be able to pick up something if I focus on it completely. Is it because of whatever's strange about this aura? I shake my head, dismissing the conjecture. That's not what matters right now. Instead, I lead Kaylee to the living room and point out where the body was. It's long gone by now, and the police have cleared up most of the blood stains. Unfortunately, it still reeks of detergent. Still, Kaylee didn't need to see another corpse. Just because I've gotten desensitized to them doesn't mean she has. She's always been the more empathetic one. Is this the room? This is the one. He was on the floor near the ottoman. As far as I can tell, he was injured somewhere else and then pursued through the house until he succumbed to whatever was chasing him in here. That's horrible. What a sad way to die. The red flags, no! Her foot taps against the floor, betraying an uncertainty I knew all too well. It's a telltale sign that whatever she doesn't understand is making her nervous. I step forward and put a hand on her shoulder, hoping to calm her down the way I always do. I don't like being here in the middle of the night, nor do I like putting Kaylee in danger. But I couldn't say no to her about something this important. Hey, we don't have to stay if it's skeeving you out. We can leave. Kaylee shakes her head. It's not that. I don't think I've felt energy quite like this before. It's new. New? I mean, all consumed are different, but there's something really off about this one. It's not normal. So there's no question about who did this then? Or what? The serious tone in her voice worries me. We've dealt with particularly strong ones before. Not like this. Even the powerful ones felt familiar. The consumed all have similar energy, just like magical girls. But this? It doesn't feel like it consumed. Not entirely, anyway. I grasp her hand in mine, returning the squeeze from earlier. Even if I can't tell what she's scenting, I trust her every step of the way. Haley closes her eyes to think, and the air around her billows in soft, soothing waves. I don't know if it's a side effect of her powers or simply how I feel about her, but it's immensely calming to be next to her while she works. My shoulders sink, my muscles relax, and my head clears. It's magic of a different kind. Whatever this thing is, it's long gone. Not much I can say for sure. Spirit Reflection had told me the same thing. It's been at least 24 hours, probably more. Haley looks at me confused. No, it hasn't. If that was the case, then the aura would be completely gone by now. Then that must mean it came back. I don't understand. A normal human might return to the scene of the crime, but consumed are like animals. Why would one go back to the same house they'd already attacked? It doesn't make any sense. Could it have come here before the attack too? Would it be intelligent enough to scout the place out first? No, that's ridiculous. I'm getting way too far ahead of myself here. Just gotta focus on the now. I'm gonna go check out the other rooms to see if there's anything else I can pick up. You gonna be okay down here? I'll be okay, I promise. I'll see if I can find anything I might have missed. Just let me know if you sense anything dangerous, okay, babe? Be safe. Don't you worry about me. I still remember how to kick ass. I know, baby, I know. She trots upstairs, leaving me alone. There's not too many personal effects left in the room. Anything that looked to be even remotely useful has been confiscated by the cops. It doesn't leave me much to work with, other than the furniture. It might not be much, but anything else. Let's see. I press my hand to the end of the couch, trying to find something, anything of clarity. Visions of a restful morning, a day spent empty, and then a struggle. Something knocks the couch off kilter. I take a moment to rack my brain about what exactly that man was running away from. A shadow? A person? Nothing big enough to toss a couch around, but big enough to scare this guy senseless. It's no good. I just can't see it. No matter how hard I think, I can't seem to gain any further clarity with... Can't gain any further clarity with reflection. Words. Yet another sign that Sherlock Crowan's detective powers are on their last legs. It's frustrating in the moment, but that thought leaves a part of me feeling relieved. Another sign that it's time to move on from this job. To move on from picking up the pieces. To move on from the obligation this power brings. That doesn't sound bad at all. It's certainly me getting a little bit more sleep, at least. Chair? Kaylee calls me from upstairs, still doing her best to keep her voice hushed in case the patrolling cop decides to make their way back here. Yeah, what's up? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a look at this? I heave a sigh, giving up on searching for clues on my own. Here's hoping Kaylee's got something better than me. I head up the stairs, peering through the different rooms of the house until I find her in what looks like a study. Kaylee stands in front of a row of shelves, looking at something on the top. Hey babe, what's up? This, here. Kaylee points to a framed photo. Within it are a man and a woman, looking happy together. Judging by the hair, the man must be the victim. He looks so different in life. Do you think the girl is suspicious or something? I wouldn't know, but don't you think she looks familiar? I swear I've seen her before. Like on the street? It isn't that far from home. Maybe you've crossed paths. No, it's not that. Maybe we met them at a party or something? The man in the picture, too, he seems kind of familiar. You don't recognize him at all? Not off the top of my head, no. But now that she mentions it, something about the two people in the photo does seem vaguely familiar. Maybe I solved a case for them? Or had one of them as a peer reviewer in grad school? No, that's not it. God, this is really bugging me. Me too. I'll at least take a picture of it so we can look at it over at home. I haven't found anything else up here, and there's no point in standing around in a crime scene trying to figure out what maybe. Oh, figure out if we maybe had brunch with somebody. Just make sure you don't get your phone confiscated outside. Pictures of stuff in here could potentially be incriminating. Haley chuckles and gives me another confident grin. Chair Bear, there's more than enough incriminating evidence on this phone as it is. I'm not too worried about it. Oh god, don't tell me you've been taking pictures of empty safes again. You can't prove anything. Did you say I'm the trouble? Haley raises her hand to stop me, eyes suddenly going wide. Sweetie, can you feel that? It only takes a moment for me to register the sensation. This time, there's no doubt about where this particular aura is coming from. It's consumed through and through. Where? Kaylee closes her eyes and sniffs! It sniffs lightly, as if she was tracking it by scent. A couple houses away. It doesn't seem particularly strong, but sounds like a job for the current crop of macho girls then. We should probably head out. I guess so. Kaylee sighs and looks down at her feet. I know she's still got that warrior instinct, but that isn't what we came here for. Not like it used to be. Cherry, I know at our age we're supposed to let them take care of it, but maybe we should just drop by to... Suddenly I hear a sharp, piercing scream. It sounds young. Too young for us to ignore. Before we can utter a word, Keely's opening the door. Keely's opening a window and jumping outside. I follow suit, dropping to the street and running after her. Yo, from the second floor? I guess she's not the only one who's held on to those old instincts after all. It's time for some action? Kaylee leaves the charge as we rush toward the spike of magical energy, spurred on by another monstrous roar. All I can do is offer a silent prayer that we'd make it in time. I like the music. You won't get away with this, fiend! There, down that alley. She skids right and I follow. We don't have to travel far before we see it. Ooh! A grotesque mask of tentacles and eyes. The entire width of the alley bursting forth from a human torso. Two of his appendages is in the process of wrapping around his would-be prey. Like assumed. Oh, that's the other girl on the title screen. Get out of here! It's not safe for you! Despite the creature gaining upper hand, the girl calls out to us in the familiar protective tone of one of the city's guardians. While it's disconcerting to recognize that this girl is barely a teenager, Kaylee and I know better than anyone that magical girls can start young. It's not just the outfit that gives her nature as a magical girl away. The fact that nobody else would be able to prioritize the safety of bystanders while they were in that position. But we're no ordinary bystanders. I glance over to my wife, who looks back at me with a determined smile. Use it or lose it, right? I nod and give her a thumbs up in return. I guess it's time to shake the rust off. Ready when you are. I close my eyes, readying myself for the transformation. Here's hoping I can still remember the words. Kaylee's hand finds mine, and we begin. For the sake of the world, we'll be its guardians. Let our spirits shine through. Don't tell me. Oh, we got a full transformation sequence? Check that out! God, they're so cute! The familiar glow passes through my body as I'm lifted off the ground, light bursting from within and spreading outward. Our clothes disappear, swiftly replaced by our old uniforms and a cascade of ribbons and magic. I'm surprised it still fits. My revolver appears in my hand as I drop to the ground, my body brimming with power. Prepare to face justice! Kaylee drops down next to me, her whip snaking out from her hand as she opens her eyes. You'll not escape our judgment. We are magical girls! The girl's screams go quiet as she stares at us in disbelief. The consumed too, as frozen as it looks toward us with surprise. It definitely wasn't expecting two fully grown women to be ready to fight back. You'd think more people would notice such visual transformations, right? No, it's okay. They're in an alley. It's fine. It's just an alleyway. No one notices things happening in alleyways. That's why, like, Spider-Man can get changed in alleyways. That's why other things can happen in alleyways. It's fine. It's fine. Wow, that's a close shot there. No bloomers or anything, huh? Kaylee charges down the middle, trusting me to follow her strategy. We don't need words to work together. Our minds can align perfectly at a moment's notice. Yet another perk of working with my wife. It's like, even Batman loses, you know? He loses, you know, to the alleyways. He loses his hopes and dreams, his family. Good things happen in alleyways and bad things happen in alleyways. It's fine. It's normal. I dodge to the right towards the wall, jumping effortlessly up to the third floor of the building and landing on the fire escape. The consumed don't notice my maneuver. Its animalistic mind still focused on Kaylee as she swings her whip in front of it. I can't see her face, but I know she's smiling. Judgment Cage, entwine him! She swings her whip straight down the middle, thorns ready to slash the monster's hide, but it doesn't move away. Instead, a sickening laugh erupts as Kaylee launches her whip forward. It slashes the whip away with one tentacle and shoots another towards Kaylee with frightening speed. Its tip sharp enough to pierce straight through her. Bad move, monster. Very bad move. Kaylee shifts in an instant, making a hole in her abdomen that the tentacle passes through with so much grazing her. Alright, because she can move her body around. Can't get shot if you can make a bullet-sized hole in your body. Get ready to fire! The reduced mass of her torso wraps up toward her arm, extending it forward and flashing the whip past the consumed's grasp, right where we want him. When I pull the hammer back, the chamber on the gun fills with a brilliant light. 6 shots are more than enough. Kaylee's whip encircles the monstrous mass. It moves with a mind of its own, binding its tentacles to its chest and tying its leg together. Judgment Cage never fails. Now it's my turn. Pew, 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 pew! I fan the hammer as I fire 5 more times, rapidly releasing an arc of holy spheres toward the target. Woo! The shot sinking to its flesh, filling it with light from inside out. It manages to let out one more pitiful scream before exploding into a brilliant shining... What? It'll probably tell me this in a second, but what happens... Because the consumed are originally human? So if you kill it, do you kill the human too, or do they go back to normal humanness? Curious. Elimination complete. Eliminate enemy added to your data. I can't look at it. Wait. Oh, no, I can't. It just wasn't. Stock? A recently corrupted consumed. Stock was once a powerful hedge fund manager operating out of the financial district. A deal with malice seemed like the best way to guarantee monetary success. Like stocks, I see. But like so many other consumed, his greed blinded him to the dangers of making such a deal. Consumed being inexperienced doesn't stop it from being deadly. If Sherry and Kaylee hadn't stopped it, Stock would no doubt have gone on to claim several more victims. Such is the nature of those who give in to their insatiable hunger. With its mission accomplished, the gun fades away. It always it always comes when I need it, but there are times when holding on to it would make things only worse. The last thing this kid needs is for someone to point a gun at her. A hedge fund manager, right? Right? I hop back down to the alley, landing without a sound. You. The girl sitting with her back against the wall, eyes wide as she stares at us in shock. It's okay, honey. You're safe now. You're all right. Who are you? I kneel down to her level, offering her a reassuring smile. I don't want to baby the kid, but I know Kaylee and I both want to help her out. We do what we can. We're magical girls, same as you. We just happen to have a little more experience. I stand, offering a hand down to help her up. After a moment, she takes it and slowly stands back up on her shaky legs. I'm Sherry. This is my wife, Kaylee. We used to patrol around Navy Pier back in the day. Would you mind telling us your name? The girl opens and shuts her mouth a few times before finally managing to speak, her voice barely above a whisper as she stares at the ground. Ruby. My name's Ruby. It's very nice to meet you, Ruby. Do you want us to help you find somewhere to sit down and rest for a minute? Or call you a ride home? She nods, leaning against the wall to steady herself. I'd like to sit down. There's a coffee shop around the corner that'll be still open. Would you be comfortable going there with us? I understand if you're not. I know we're strangers and all. Even if you're a magical girl, stranger danger, remember that. Ruby finally looks up at us with wide eyes, clearly still in shock. But through that expression, I can see a muted fire in her eyes. She'll be okay. Even if you're strangers, I know you're not bad people. Bad people don't get to be magical girls. The conviction in her voice makes me grin. Ricky or not, this kid's heart is in the right place. Cute! Cute! Head pat! Did it work? I don't think it worked. Is it working yet? No? Is it working now? It's not. Ah! How about now? There we go! I fixed it! No, it's not a scam! I fixed it! See, the head pad's there! It's gone now, but it was there. It's on a timer. It disappears after 5 seconds. Too little, too late? No, look, see, there's a head pat. Look, there's a head pat emote now. Zero did it. Zero got you covered. A few minutes later, we're back in our civilian clothes and relaxing with our drinks. Coffee's for me and the wife, and a hot chocolate for Ruby. Do you feel any better, honey? Oh, thank you for the follow! Ruby takes a long swig of her hot chocolate and lets out a shaky breath, leaning back in her chair. I'm no worse for the wear. Thank you for your kind assistance. Her voice seems to have taken on a deeper cadence without warning. I exchange a wordless look at Kaylee, who gives me the slightest of shrugs. No problem, Ruby. Just take a couple more minutes to relax and we'll call you a ride home. I read that in my head. It's funny. You need not refer to me as Ruby, ma'am. I have another moniker I use when speaking with a fellow sister of justice. Too little, too tiny, too short. What's that supposed to mean? Do you now? Indeed. Now that we've become more acquainted, you can call me. She moves her arms in a confusing flourish. Nightshade. Kaylee and I share an awkward look, trying to think of an acceptable response. This is definitely not what I was expecting. Nightshade, ... question mark? That's a cool nickname. Streamer short? I do not know what you're talking about. I'm very tall. As you can see, I'm too tall for the screen even. Too tall. Too tall for the screen. Yeah. Doru Greymon? Which one's that one? All the Greymon variants. Oh, that one, the red dragony looking one? Yeah, it is so cool. I turned up the microscope. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know how to use a microscope. I don't have a license for that. I don't have a license for a microscope. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't want to block out Ruby. I'll have you know, I'm like 60 feet tall. I don't need a license? I don't know. Maybe you and I have a different definition of microscope. Alias, sweetie. It's an alias. How better to strike fear into the hearts of our enemies than a name that resonates with the powerful energy of the night? Right, yeah, of course. Powerful energy and all. I think it's a great name, honey. You do? Her voice returns to the high pitch we heard during our battle. She really is just committing to the bit. That's, respectable. Cause, like, I spent a ton of time thinking about it and all this other stuff, and I had a bunch of other names I was gonna use, like the Dark Moon or the Nightbringer and stuff like that, but I thought this one was the best, so Her eyes go wide again, and she clamps her mouth shut, suddenly aware of what she's been doing. When she speaks again, her voice is back to her nightshade tone. Anyway, I believe that nightshade suits me best, and soon, all the consumed in Chicago will learn to fear that name. That's very nice, honey. Totally, you got this. Just make sure you're realistic about what you're ready to take on, okay? If we hadn't shown up, that consume could have seriously hurt you. Or worse. Oh, that was no trouble. I'm certain I could have gotten the upper hand sooner or later. However, having help from some veteran warriors did make things much easier. I try to keep my temper even, remembering how much of a hothead I was at her age. Everyone made it feel easy, like I could take on the world. Until I couldn't. She's a teenager, alright? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! And I don't want that for her, or anyone else. Ruby, we're serious. That consumed was way too strong for you to be taking on alone. How long have you been a magical girl? Ruby mumbles her answer, barely audible over the coffee shop ambience. It's been, 2 weeks? Or 1.5? Oh boy, that won't do at all. And have you had any prior training? Spent any time with more experienced magical girls? Are they about to adopt a daughter right now? A magical girl daughter? Who's gonna tell her consumed or animalistic and probably don't know what she's saying? No, it's fine, it's fine. They will sense her name, her power. They'll sense her power. There's no teenagers on the internet? Not on Twitch, no. She rolls her eyes, no doubt tired of lectures from adults. I get it, but this is a lot more important than a talk about curfews or whatever it is that kids can talk about these days. These darn kids that are darn TikToks and looking at their phones. Well, benevolence taught me how to fight and use my powers. It didn't take long for me to establish myself as a hunter of the night. That's more than enough to slay the consumed, yes? Smaller ones, yes. But you weren't dealing with a smaller one, honey. Something like that needs teamwork to take down. Ruby pouts, looking frustrated. Her nightshade persona slips again. Then, how did you learn? You fought them when you were still young, right? When we were still young? I'm only 28! Looks like I'm not the only one trying to keep my temper in check. Kaylee can get a bit insecure when she's stressed out. I'm sure Ruby didn't mean anything by it, but I'd better mediate things just in case. She just means when you were a teenager, baby. Of course you're still young. Thank you. Kaylee huffs and takes a long sip of her coffee as I turn back to Ruby. Don't worry, you're 28. You're still young. You're still so young. Don't worry about it. Darn TikToks and smartphones. They're VTubers. What are these VTubers? And to answer your question, Ruby, we learned by training. First by honing the skills Benevolence taught us, but eventually we learned new techniques from other magical girls as well. Knowledge is passed down from the generation to generation and then honed with teamwork. That's why magical girls are drawn to other magical girls. The two of us and our friends work together to develop efficient combat tactics like proper positioning, the right balance between offense and defense, and what parts of the consumed tend to be weak parts. It's all about teamwork. Being a magical girl is a group effort. Surely a team isn't absolutely necessary. Nightshade moves in the shadows and strikes unseen. A team would announce that presence. Plus, I'm not, like, super great with people sometimes. So that's what's going on. I'm sure Kaylee already noticed as much. She's practically psychic when it comes to figuring out what's going on with people. Me? I'm a lot slower as a judge character. That's nothing to be ashamed of, honey. Believe it or not, I was the same way. Really? Really. I didn't have any friends before I became a magical girl. Just sat in the back of the class in an oversized hoodie and tried not to draw any attention to myself. Then Benevolence came to me, just like he came to you, and offered me a chance to do something more with my life. Is this like a sketchy religion cult? I too was once awkward and shy until the Benevolence bestowed his powers upon me. I was nervous about teaming up too, but once I met Sherry and our other two teammates, we fell into a rhythm right away. I promise it's not as hard as it sounds. You made the choice to become a hero, so you're already plenty brave. There she goes again. Her pep talks are as legendary as ever. Ruby takes a long sip of her hot chocolate and lets out a deep sigh. Cult? Maybe. Magical girl cult? Sign me up. Would you be willing to, like help me maybe? Help you find a team? I mean, we're a little out of the loop when it comes to stuff like that, so... No, I mean like... Help me be a magical girl. Oy vey. I was afraid she might say that. I get why she'd ask, but... I look over to Kaylee, hand to her chin as she thinks over Ruby's request. Surely she must have expected the same thing, but she seems more intrigued by the idea than I am. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's in her nature to take care of things after all. Mommy? You want us to train you? You don't have to, like, give me lessons or anything, but Maybe if I were able to watch you two hunt or something? Would that be okay? Oh, well, about that, we're actually retired. We haven't fought a consume for years. Sorry, but we're not the hunting type. What do you mean? You just fought one! That was an exception. If we hadn't heard you two nearby, we wouldn't have sought it out. Oh. You wish you could retire? I know, 25 years old, retired, set for life. Actually, they're retired from magical girling, but they still have jobs. They have jobs. They have day jobs. Real important day jobs, like being a detective and being a cat burglar. Ruby looks down, defeated. I can't help feeling like a jerk for shooting her down like that, even if I was just telling the truth. Maybe you could at least give me a bit of advice? I'm a fast learner, honest! That way I can catch up to everyone else. Her voice is quieter than before. Still doing her best to show conviction, but struggling to assert herself. Now I feel even more guilty. Being a natural girl would be sweet, even if you had to sell your soul or something. No, I think there's an anime about that. And I think there's an anime and some movies about why that is not a great idea. Maybe. Oh, wait. So, not a great idea, but you might get a girl super obsessed with you to the point she'll become a devil. Oh, now that you word it that way. Cute girl obsessed with me? That's worse than retiring? Like they quit their cool jobs and don't even get to keep their powers from them? No, they still have their cool jobs. They retired magical girling. They retired being magical girls. Oh wait, are you saying that being a magical girl is the cool job? Yeah, you're right. They quit being magical girls to go take normal jobs. This is the kind of thing I'd be happy to do when I was her age, but I doubt I could even offer much help now anyway. I look over at Kaylee to see that she looks even more guilty than I do. When she looks back at me, her eyes are wide and practically pleading. It's like asking if we can adopt a cat. They're just gonna adopt a tiny little kitten? Adorable! I sigh, looking down then back at the kid. Well, I guess giving you a few pointers wouldn't hurt. Ruby instantly perks up. So does Kaylee. Is Moop British? No? I'm Elvish! It's different. Kitten? Oi? I don't know. What do British people say? Kitten cat? Kitten cat? You mean it? Yeah, I think we can do that. I don't remember too much of what we really set in stone back then, but we can tell you about some tactical considerations and weaknesses you can exploit. That sort of stuff. And it would be a good chance to try out that magical girl themed workout regimen I was telling you about. She plays it off as a joke, but a look at Kaylee's grin tells me how excited the idea makes her. No way does she want to stop at tidbits of advice. She wants to train her. She really wants to train her. You hope Spock wakes me up 4 hours after I fall asleep? I'll have you know, I don't need a cat to wake me up 4 hours after I fall asleep. I got my own self for that. I've got a solid ability to sleep 2 hours a night every single night, and it's great. And by great, I mean, help me. Training a rookie magical girl? Honestly? That might just be the thing she needs to help her feel better about our time as magical girls running out. I hate to admit it, but a part of me can see the appeal as well. Passing on our knowledge to another generation does sound like something close to closure. Or at least a bit closer to... No sense thinking about that right now. just need to focus on what's in front of me. I mean, if it wouldn't be any trouble, then if it's okay, like, I guess lessons might be okay. We can try it at least. Nothing major though, okay? It'll be our own after-school program. How fun! I'm beyond help. No! No! I don't want that. Ruby makes another strange gesture, no doubt reaffirming her Nightshade persona. Indeed, with the wise teachings of my elders, I'll gain the strength I need to be a true warrior of the night, a guardian of our fair city. I'm officially making our first training rule that you can't call us your elders. My mentors. I think that works. I think he's asleep. Where is he? Ivan, are you asleep? He just messaged. He should be asleep now. It's past his bedtime. Where's my cat? Bark! Bark! Sporky! Sporkums! Spock! Kitten? Kitty cat? Meow meow? They hate me. They hate me! Constant wakefulness. The cost of Moop's magical power, hypermind. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's my magical power, hypermind. Hypermind activated. The boss you're fighting keeps healing. Oh no! God, I hate it in a game, especially with like JRPGs. You spend all this time fighting the boss, and you get it down to a sliver of health, and then it heals itself. That shouldn't be allowed. The solution is more violence. Against whom? Am I being violent or someone being violent at me? Unclear. Instructions unclear. Kaylee nods and takes one last sip of her coffee, finishing it with a satisfied ah. So shall we make contact using the existing group chat, or will we be working independently? The what now? Ah, I see. Ruby pulls out her phone and opens up some messenger app I've never seen before. I lost interest in things like that when AIM shut down, so I'm sure there are plenty of apps like that. Girl! AIM shut down when you were still a teenager. I'm pretty sure AIM shut down when you were... Wait. Oh, AIM discontinued on 2017. Okay, it discontinued in 2017. I don't think I used AIM after like 2000. Did I even use it in 2005? I definitely used it in 2004. 2005? I don't remember. 2006? What would I have used to... I think I just texted people at that point. MySpace? When did I start using MySpace? Did MySpace have a messenger? When did like, AIM run out of, like, popularity? Hag? No! My email's still AIM. I still use the same email from 2004. Your birthday is 1/17/XXX, so that's kind of... Whoa! 10/10/10? 10/10/10, that's like... What is that? How many apostrophes? 10 million? 10,101,010 years? That's so far in the future. If you can't keep up with a smartphone, maybe it's a good thing benevolence takes their pet. I think her age is not an excuse. Her age is not an excuse. No. This is a Sherry thing, I think. This is a Sherry thing. Normie. She's a normie. What did I say? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 4 10s because there's 4 X's. Right? Right? There's 4 X's. There's 4 10s. 10, 10, 10, 10. No, I just couldn't count. That's why I typed it out. I typed it out to sort out my thoughts. I felt like I was saying it wrong, so I had to type it to get it right. It's fine. It's normal. It's normal. It's fine. This is how math works. This is how math works. AIM shut down. My fellow warriors of the night have a GC we use to coordinate our attacks to the enemy. I observe rather than participate, but it's quite helpful. It's quite helpful when it comes to logistics. I can't speak. Or at the very least, to ensure that none of them interfere with my mission of darkness. Oh, so you do know other magical girls. You do know other magical girls. Well, I met one who sent me a link to this chat, but only once. She was nice and all, but I didn't understand. But she didn't understand my nature as Nightshade, I mean. Well, isn't that interesting? It would have been very helpful to have something like that when we were active. When you agree, dear? Okay, this is a you guys problem, because mid-2000s, I don't know what year this... What year is this set in? Wait, hold on, I can do math. 1990... 1990 plus their 28 means that it is the year. (2018). 2018? She said she was 28. No. 25. They're 25 in the past. Currently, they're 28. So, I'm 28 years old, and say they've been retired for like 3-4 years. They've been retired for 4 years. That would make this like 2014. Group chats existed in 2014. Everyone older than 25 was 25 in the past. No, that's wrong. You're only 25 the time you're 25. And then when you're 30, you're always 30. And when you're 32, you're always 32. When you're 50, you're always 50. That's how it works. Anyway, let's say they were active magical girls between the years of 2000... I don't know. What did I say, 2014? 2000... I don't know. 2008 and 2015 or something. There was definitely group chats. They could group chat on their phone. 12 to 17? It sounded like they were in their 20s when they stopped being magical girls, though. I'd say probably when they were like mid-20s, they stopped. Well, no, wait, I lied. It says it right here. So she's been doing investigations for the past 5 years. Oh, they've retired at the end of high school. Alright. She's 28. 28. And 2018. And a person's like 18 when they graduate from high school. So that means... (2008-ish). I think they could have still had group chats. I'm pretty sure... Well, I didn't have enough friends to have group chats. I didn't have enough friends. I wouldn't know. But I think they could have, like... Did MySpace have Messenger? I don't remember. I still don't. I'll have you know. I'm in some group chats now. I I did a whole collab the other day with a group of friends. I am so popular now. I'm so popular now. I wake up in the morning and I get like 3 whole texts on my phone, and it's very, 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 very popular and swaggy of me. Anyway, let's return to the game. I did too much math. My brain died already. My work. I only have 1 work chat. I have other chats. I have the D&D chats. I have multiple D&D chats. Yeah. I shrug, finishing off my coffee as well. It seems like it would make more sense to just talk on the phone, but what do I know? Hey, if it works, it works. Probably something we'd need a bit to learn, though. No, I'm sorry, but you're 28 years old. You don't need you know how to use text messaging apps. You can't tell me the two of you are 28 years old and still don't know how to use text messaging apps? No. No. No! You're not boomers. This is in a game full of magical girls, this is the most unrealistic part to me. This is 2018. Find me a 28-year-old in 2018 that does not know how to use a group chat. Find me one. No, there probably are ones, but they seem to be in a... I don't know. Perhaps it would be better to simply communicate via text message then. Well, you see, you have to download a whole nother app? Do you understand how difficult it is to download an app? I do. It's crazy. Hit age 25 and you suddenly lose your ability to download apps on the App Store. You never learned to use group chats? Do you know how to use Discord? Do you know how to send a text message? Because the trick to sending a group chat is you just go to text someone in the same old way you would normally, but then you like put extra numbers, and it's crazy. It's like doing but back in the day, doing a group call with others was actually kind of difficult because you had to hit certain numbers, and I always forgot they were. Discord? Yes, the Discord. The Discord. Yes. She puts her phone away, no doubt surprised by her ignorance of whatever app that is. You do know how to text, right? Yes, I know how to text. Kaylee leans over to whisper to Ruby, but she's still loud enough for me to hear. She didn't know until a few years ago. What? I got my first cell phone in 2004, and I immediately learned that to text people. Took you to like age 25 to do that? What? This is not an age problem. This is a Sherry problem. She's too... For a magical girl, she's very normie. No, that's too far away from normie. Because normies would know how to like text each other. What? She's just unique. You're kidding. Look, technology is my thing, alright? I'm fine with what we had back when we were kids. You had that technology when you were kids! Killing me here. Well, maybe their parents didn't buy it for them. We had text messages, sweetie. Ruby laughs at that one. The shaky uncertainness gone from her voice. Looks like our job is done. Let me give you my number. We can figure out training schedule soon, okay? You didn't have a cell phone until you were 19? I didn't live in a great area. So my parents gave me a cell phone just in case I got kidnapped or something. Yeah. I was probably a little young for a cell phone, but also they didn't want me to get kidnapped. It wasn't a good phone. It was like a little, what was it? Well, it was way before. I didn't have my first I got my first smartphone when I was 17. Okay. I mean, very well. I look forward to mastering the ways of the night with your assistance. Good to hear it. She's quite the interesting girl. No doubt about it. Odd for sure, but every magical girl is odd at that age. We certainly were. Knives pulled on you? Dang! Dang! I'm sorry that happened. That sounds scary. That sounds terrifying. Do you need us to call you a ride? I'll be fine, ma'am. Oop. My home isn't far from here. Just make sure you're careful on the way home. No more fights, okay? Very well. Even the most tireless of night warriors must rest from time to time. Got a handgun as soon as you turn 21. Yeah, if that's what's happening to you on a daily basis, yeah, you need something to take care of yourself somehow. Damn. Yeah, exactly. I get up and pay for the three of us, tossing the few bucks I have left into the tip jar. Behind me, Kaylee and Ruby swap numbers and say their goodbyes. She's always been good with kids. Mom energy, I think Nina called it. No, I call it mommy energy. I want her number for myself. Wasn't daily, and that was in Minnesota. Okay. So, so what you're saying is I don't want to go to Minnesota or Oklahoma. Gotcha. Dummy mommy? Ideally. Who knows? Maybe it'll help her figure out how she feels about having kids of her own someday. No, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. It's not like we haven't talked about it before, but never mind. Now isn't the time. Take care, Ruby. We'll see you soon. Kaylee nudges me and mouths, Nightshade. I mean, Nightshade. Take care of yourself. And you as well, my mentors. I look forward to beginning our training post-haste. Adorable. And she just, exactly! She's mommy-coded, and she fights the whip. That's pretty sick. With a final wave, Ruby leaves the coffee shop and disappears into the night. Well, that wasn't how I was expecting tonight to go. Is that a bad thing? I guess it could have been worse, but I do think I'm done with surprises for the time being. You and me both. I'm gonna be out like a light as soon as we get home. Kaylee chuckles and kisses my cheek, taking my hand in hers. Alleyway time? Alleyway time? Out behind the coffee shop? Very specifically for tying creatures up. Me, I'm the creature. We chuckle in unison as we step through the doors and start our journey home. Definitely time to be done with surprises for now. Still, for a night when we'd planned to solve a mystery, I feel like we've been left with significantly more questions than answers, and not just about Ruby. That consumed was dangerous, but there's no way it was the locked room killer. Something that far gone couldn't have even opened a door normally, let alone sneak through a locked one. So why did it just happen to show up while we were investigating? Was it drawn to the energy Kaylee felt? Or could it have been some kind of lure? A distraction meant to pull us away from the crime scene? It's a possibility I don't want to consider. Not just because it's needlessly paranoid, and yet another sign that this case is messing with my head, but because it would mean that there's something larger at play here. Hey, babe. That aura you felt at the house. That wasn't from the consumed we just took out, was it? No, it wasn't even close. In fact, It wasn't close to the aura of any consume I'd ever seen before. So what do you think it was? Something new and probably something dangerous. I nod, feeling that paranoia spreading through more of my mind. I'm already way too old to be handling cases with magic involved. But something tells me this time I don't have a choice. Is that the end of the demo? That feels like a good end of reach the end of the demo. We look forward to the full release, which is on the 30th, which is Tuesday. It releases on Tuesday. I know, I reached the end. Stop telling me that. Go back to the menu. There you go. Cute. Cute. It's over for now. I do want to get back to this one on stream. I'll probably buy it at some point. I have a few other visual novels that I get through on my own. I'm playing Please Be Happy right now, and I just got. Is it without a voice? It's another Studio Élan game. Élan. I don't know how to pronounce it. I wonder if they have it on their website how to pronounce it. No magical boys? There's gotta be some good magical boys one. Without? Is it without a voice? Yeah. This is the one I want to play next. I don't know if I'll play it on stream or, like, just myself, though. It's free. It's for Wii. There's a edition with... Blooming Edition. What is the Blooming Edition? Does it come with a... additional content and an art book? Oh, that's what it is. Got some epilogues. Anyway. That was Lock and Key. I do enjoy that. Now I'm looking through the whole Fall in Love Festival thing to see if any of these look like magical boys. Do we got any magical boy games in here? What's this game? It's a buck? No. Wait. Oh, dang. More games are falling into my cart? That's so crazy. I can't believe more games fell into my shopping cart. Liarland? What's this one? The Songbird Guild. Yuri RPG visual novel hybrid. That one just has a demo out. That's already on my wish list. Never mind. I can't accidentally buy it because I already put it on my wish list and it's not out yet. What's this one? Sensei, I like you so much. Oh, I wanted to play that game. I got that. I didn't want to play that game. Oh my god, no, I'm getting distracted. Wait, I already own Liarland Story? I'm over here trying to buy a game I already have. What's this one? No, I can't. Stop. Get out of here, Steam. Minimize the page. A romance visual novel themed game festivals is too much for me. I can't handle this. It's exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want in life. Literally, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted my theme to be when I first started streaming. I wanted to do romance visual novels, and then I chickened out. But that's okay. That's what this weekend's for. Living my dreams of playing all of the romance visual novels. But anyway, Lock and Key. I would like to get back to Lock and Key. I'll probably buy it. And I would like to stream it, actually. I do want to stream this eventually, finish it. But that'll probably be next year. Maybe Valentine's Day. I would like to dedicate like February to just playing like visual novels. Just romance visual novels. I gotta find ones that are like, I mean, I say that, but I'd really only be able to fit like a coupling because, you know, visual novels. It can be my thing now. I've been slowly working into it. I've been trying to get more and more. I try to keep like I try to get like an RPG Maker game going, and then like a romancy kind of visual novel, and then the Zelda games. I want to get back to Zelda games. After after this Fall in Love Festival thing next week, well, it'll be October, so then I'm gonna go back to playing a whole ton of horror games. So I definitely want to play Slay the Princess. Probably be a good excuse to get back to Digimon Survive. But there's other horror games I want to play. Paul's been playing Crow Country, and that one's been one I've been wanting to play. I have to look it up what games I want to play for the horror games for Mooptober. But that is next week, and that comes Cthulhu Mythos. I have to get back to Cthulhu Mythos. That one's actually perfect for Halloween month. And then after October, I will get back to Zelda games in November. I'll be back to Zelda games. Which I have totally said a million times, but now. You date Cthulhu? Where's the game? I wonder if this one's on the... Is it part of the festival? No, it's just a game though. There's this dating sim game called From Madness with Love that I've been wanting to play. I don't know if it is particularly Cthulhu-esque, but the characters are meant to be a little interesting. I haven't played it yet though. I've had it for a while. I really like the art style. This game contains strong language, sensitive topics, violence, horror, unreasonable scenarios, intelligible nonsense, and very loud noises. It looks interesting. I think it's one that I want to play on my own though, because I feel like it's gonna be weird and crazy, and I don't know how to read that. Hello, Ermic! Welcome! I just finished my game. I just finished the demo of a game. Wait, Espresso for the Demon is the name of a game? I thought you were just saying that. 4 years? Holy heck, 43 months? Ermic, if you would like to know that you followed me on November 17th, 2021. November 17th, 2021. That's many months. You're almost there for your anniversary, though. November 17th, 2021. And we are currently in the year 2025. Do that math, because I don't wanna. You're old? Ermic, did you ever use AIM? What's Espresso for a Demon? I thought you were just saying that. I sometimes people say things and I just think they're nonsense. I'm really used to Patterson just saying nonsense. And I don't know. I thought you were like, I don't know, calling yourself a demon and Espresso was for you. Espresso for the Demon. This one. Stop desist? What, from AAM? They were talking about AAM in the game. Hey, that guy doesn't have a shirt on. What game is this? Interesting. 70k words, lots of beautiful artwork, multiple endings, 3 completely different love interests. Interesting. Anyway, back to... This isn't part of the festival. This isn't one of the games on the festival. You don't want to feel this old? Too late! Already happened! Today, I have finished this demo. I'll be honest, at the beginning stream, I felt terrible. I feel so much better now. I feel okay now. I felt really sick earlier. I kind of considered not streaming, but I was really excited for this, so I was kind of pushing myself through. And then I took my little break, and I think the mashed potatoes healed me. Yeah, it was hard to, like, exist earlier. It was so bad. I had a really bad migraine all day today. All day. All gosh darn day. But then I pushed through. And no, I feel better now. The healing power of Yuri. It kind of is. It's the healing power of Yuri. But I'm feeling better now. I do probably need to get some sleep. But let me pull up. What am I doing tomorrow? Bam, schedule. Let's hide my other myself for a second. So I'm gonna be doing more demos over the weekend for the Fall in Love Festival, which is I linked at the top of the chat there, which is a visual novel festival themed around romance games, presented by Studio Élan. Elaine, I don't know. I looked it up before every time, and every time I say it differently. So tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be doing an early stream tomorrow. Well, it's early my time. Irene the Window, which is let me like this. It looks interesting. It's reconnect with an old friend, discuss your daily lives, past loves, and talking snakes. Get up and do things in real life because she asks you to. Become closer and stay until the very end. I think it's like you're chatting online. Like, are these like voice calls or text chats or something? Voice calls? Let me post this link. So that's Irene the Window. So I'll do that tomorrow morning. Then after that is Taisha Romance Theater. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have enough time to finish the demo for Taisha Romance Theater. We'll see. Depends on how much distraction I have. I have things to watch. Tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. I have to watch the Hall of Stars concert at 11 o'clock at night. So I have to be done with that stream by 11. And the developers are posted on Twitter earlier saying it might take like 5 or 6 hours to read through all the demo out loud, so we'll see. I'll get through as much as I can. But two separate streams tomorrow. Hold on. For tomorrow. Anyway, so 2 separate streams. Same thing as Sunday. I'm gonna have 2 separate streams. Sunday night's game, Soul Set. I actually have an extra key for the game, so I'll do a little giveaway for that. And then Monday, Spell Candle. Tuesday, Lover's Enigma. And then I don't have it on here because I only have 7 days. But next Wednesday, I'm gonna play the Toxic Mushroom Yuri game that I was wanting to play anyways. Yeah? Plenty. Taisha Roman. Yeah. I was trying to get like a variety of games, but then I think I accidentally kept grabbing murder mysteries. I was like, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of different genres. And then I just grabbed a bunch of murder mysteries. I wanted to grab something that was like at least one thing that was like cute and fluffy, and I don't think anything I got was cute and fluffy. I was sent things. Okay. So I signed up to do this event, and a bunch of different developers reached out, and it was so hard to pick. And at first I was like trying to put some variety down, but then I like ended up somewhat saying just the first ones I saw, and then it was so hard to pick, and I wish I could have fit more in, but there's like so many games. Wish you had a plushie form or your model rigged. Can I rig your model? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how to rig models. I still need to rig my model. I've had this thing drawn for so long, and I still need to rig it. And I have not. How did the colors line up. I've not actually put it next to my current model. I'm just like checking out the hair color comparison. That's pretty close. Nice. It was crazy. It's like it's because the hair is so light. The skin looks like it's darker, but it's not like it. The skin is like still like 3 points from pure white. It's just because the hair is pure white. One day I'll get this model rigged, and then I'll use that, and then maybe I'll get a bigger model that's in that outfit, and then my emotes will actually... A plushie bastard? Wait, what's a plushie bastard redeem? Am I getting a job soon? Hell yeah! Honestly, I'm so bad at rigging that I don't want to charge people for it. I just do it for free because I feel bad. Oh! Hold on, let me grab the link real quick. There was one more thing. There was one more new thing I wanted to show off on my stream, but it's the ending screen. It's the ending screen. So let me get that link ready. How's this spelled? Oh wait, I retweeted it earlier. It's fine. Anyway, sending me a video? Oh, plushie pet. Oh, I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Let me see who's online to raid first. Oh my god, my nose is so... Also, Sepia Panda! Hello, I saw it. I read your message in my head, but I didn't say hi. Sleeping and resting 2 days in a row. Gosh, that's so ambitious. Imagine sleeping in this economy? Oh, my nose is so stuffy. I had to keep pausing in the middle of lines while reading the game because I was like trying not to like blow snot bubbles. That's so gross. That was too much information. But it's fine. You know now. It's rough being me. I'm definitely sick right now. I don't know. I may have a cold. I have at the beginnings of a cold. Alright, who's online? Is anyone else I'm following right now doing Fall in Love Festival? I don't think so. But I get too scared to follow people I don't know. Or to raid people I don't know. Wait, what's this? Wait. Oh, I have a perfect person to raid. This is the exact opposite of a cozy romance for visual novel. The exact opposite. What I'm gonna do is instead I'm gonna raid Leah, who's playing Silent Hill F, because I just want to play that game. So now Omori, I want to play Omori. It's crazy. Crazy thing is I have never played Omori or Deltarune. Not Deltarune. Omori or Undertale. I have not played either of those. Is raiding strangers weird? No, raiding strangers is perfectly normal. I'm just incredibly shy. So I get scared to raid people I don't know. So it's actually totally normal to do. There's no shade on doing that. I think a lot of people do that. I just get scared. I'm a chicken. You haven't played Deltarune all the way through, but you want to? I haven't played Undertale, and I know I would love it. I know that I would love that with every fiber of my being. And still, I have not played it. Alright, let's raid Leah. I haven't! I've bought Undertale so many times on different consoles since it came out. I've been buying that game since it first came out. I keep meaning to play it. I keep meaning. It's best experience on your own. Yeah, I don't think I'd wanna. There's some games that I don't think I'd stream because I want to experience them on my own. I know how chats get. I'm not gonna lie. Part of why I took a break from the Zelda games was I was getting a little frustrated with people spoiling things for me. It's crazy to me that sometimes it wasn't too bad, but it's crazy to me that I beat like 5 Zelda games, and I've had people tell me the gimmick to finish the last boss in 3 of those games before I even started the last boss fight. That made me so upset. I mean, I've played enough Zelda games that I would have figured it out, but I want to at least get a chance to get into the fight and try it myself, you know? That frustrated me. And I was getting actually physically sick and tired a lot, and I was losing my ability to I had a very thin skin for a while, so I took a little break. I just need to get back to it. There isn't no spoilers tag. It doesn't matter. I could write no spoilers in big text on the screen and people still do it. No, okay, that was where it came from originally. Then I got busy and tired. I keep meaning to get back to it though. I do want to get back. Who are they? People! They think I'm Bloodborne. My problem is, I should just ban the people. I should just ban the people and say something, but then I get really what is it? I would bite my own nose off. I don't know, whatever it is. When someone's like, "Hey, use your gun," and I'm gonna oh, because now I'm gonna play the whole game without using the gun at all. Hey, you should go back and fix your sword because it's broken. Well, now I'm gonna play with the broken sword. Someone tells us hey, you have to hit that pillar to solve the puzzle. Bite my lip? No. It's despite. I don't know. Not bite your lip. It's a different one. One that doesn't work for that kind of innuendo. Anyway, so it's hit that pillar. So I'll go and pretend I've never seen that pillar. Bite your thumb. No. What's the metaphor? I can't remember. I'll remember later. I'll keep it. Biting your own neck? I wish I could. Cut your nose to spite your face? That's what it is. It's something like that. That's what it is. I remember it has nose. That's what it is. Zelda will return in November, though. Also, hopefully by November, I'll have a more regular work schedule. I've actually just been really busy on Saturdays. I got past my being easily annoyed phase. Got way past that. I'm okay now. I've healed. I've grown as a human being. I've grown as an elven being. I've grown. I've matured. It no longer annoys me quite as much. But I've been doing D&D on Saturdays, so I had been for a while. So now I think I can get back to that, maybe. Alright, we're gonna go raid Leah. I want to play Silent Hill 5. I think she's beat it. She's in a New Game Plus. Those people are annoying? No, it's not about them not being annoying. It's about my reaction to them. Oh, hold on. I didn't make a new recall, but it's fine. We'll do this. We'll do something. Also, oh shoot. New ending screen. Let me just quickly. The artist is Milky Arty. Milky. Is it Milky Arty? I can't. Why am I so mature? Milky Artsy. Here. New ending screen. Wee! Check this out. Isn't that cute? The chat's kind of blocking it. But isn't that cute? Oops, I didn't put the music back on. It doesn't sound like it's safe for work, but it's very safe for work. It's very safe. God, it's so bad. I hear the word milk and I think of something else now. What is the world? What has the internet done to my brain? What has the internet done now? The internet has ruined everything. All of the most basic terms and things. All those things about biting there, my brain went the wrong direction. Anyway, look how cute this is. Okay, bye, 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 bye. I'll be around for a stream tomorrow morning. Bye, 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 bye.